Scientists say lithium should be added to drinking water to prevent suicides. A new study published in the British Journal of Psychiatry finds a link between lithium in drinking water and lower suicide levels. In a press release from BSMS, the study's lead author, Professor Anjum Memon, said it is promising that higher levels of trace lithium in drinking water may exert an anti-suicidal effect and have the potential to improve community mental health. Yeah, maybe housing, public education, what people eat, if people are exercising, all these things. Fuck that. We lower the suicide rates by adding shit to the water. Part funded by King's College London in the study is a meta-analysis. Part funded by King's College London, the study is a meta-analysis of 3 decades of research in Austria, Greece, Italy, Lithuania, UK, Japan, and USA. It concludes that lithium's protective abilities could be further tested by randomized community trials of lithium supplementation of the water supply in communities with high prevalence of mental health condition and risk of suicide. Well, what would those communities look like? I'm guessing those are maybe poorer communities. So yeah, let's start testing on poor communities by putting shit in their drinking water to lower their suicide rates. Let's not focus on their conditions they're living in. That seems backwards. It is backwards. It's trying to fix the side effects and not trying to fix the actual problem that's occurring. Deliberately lacing the water supply with a mind-altering chemical in some zones might seem like something out of science fiction novel, but the authors of the report, as other scientists have said before them, thinks it's an idea worth experimenting. I don't want to. I don't want to experiment with it. Nah, fuck that. I don't want to be a part of the community that does it. Nah. And plus, I don't think it should ever be implemented. The fact that we add whatever it is to water in the first place that helps with your teeth, that's also weird to me. We shouldn't be adding that either. We have toothpaste now, so are we still adding that into the water? I forget what it's called. I'm having a brain fart. Someone tell me in the comments. What is it called? The report states these findings are consistent with the findings in clinical trials that lithium reduces suicidal and related behaviors in people with mood disorders. Okay, so we're going to go treating people with mood disorders by treating the entire population? Yeah, that seems definitely how you would go about fixing that problem. These findings, which are consistent, blah, 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 and related behaviors in people with mood disorders, suggest that naturally occurring lithium in drinking water may have the potential to reduce the risk. Yeah, naturally occurring. So don't go messing with it. Water may have the potential to reduce the risk of suicide and may possibly help in mood stabilization. No, I'm good. I don't want help, particularly in populations with relatively high suicide rates and geographical areas with a greater range of lithium concentration in the drinking water. You cannot blame scientists for thinking outside the box on suicide prevention. Yes, I can. Our mental health has been deteriorating over lockdown. Current figures show, well, maybe we shouldn't have gone into lockdown so long. Maybe we shouldn't have forced children to wear masks for so long. Maybe, and then we fix these problems with proper solutions, not solutions that are out of a science fiction novel. I mean, why stop there? Why stop at suicide prevention by putting lithium in the water? We could cure depression. We could start putting serotonin in the drinking water. We could start putting antidepressants in the drinking water, and we could help communities that are more depressed than other communities. It is the leading cause of death among 15 to 29-year-olds globally. Well, why is that? 15 to 29. Those are some pretty formative years right there. 15 to 29, you have no idea who you are. I understand why that would be the highest range of suicide. So maybe we should focus in on that age range and what we can do as a society to improve people's lives around that age. And I think a big part of the problem is that men in Western societies, like the US, don't have a clear path to manhood. They don't understand what it means in a society to be a man. And today, you're even demonized for being masculine. They call it toxic masculinity. So anything a man doesn't like, anything that can be perceived as masculine that women don't like or other men don't like, can be perceived as toxic. Just slap a label on it, and then you don't have to deal with it. The thing is that men, through years and years and years of evolution, have certain desires, have certain wants, have certain needs that we seek out in the world. And if we can't find them, then we fucking rage quit out of the world like we'll rage quit out of a video game. So we need a clear path to manhood, a clear path to say, yes, You are a man in this society. Yes, you are respected. Yes, you're not a child anymore. And other than maybe going off to war, holding a job, there's no real clear path. Some tribes have clear set paths. Like, I know there's one tribe, they literally bungee jump with vines. And as soon as you do that and survive, well, then you're a man and you're respected in that tribe. I think something similar needs to happen in our society where there's some clear path to becoming an adult. And it's not a constant show online of people peacocking their wealth and people peacocking values that aren't actually consistent with our human nature and how we're supposed to be living. Because I don't think while the internet is great and while modern technology is amazing and it does wonderful things, I think people lean in it too hard to solve all their problems, all their interpersonal problems. To cure their depression, they look for communities online. When face-to-face contact, when person-to-person contact is never going to be supplemented with online interaction. So these formative years between 15 to 29, especially for men, because men, suicide rates are much higher among men, we need to kind of figure out what's going on here. And I don't think the easy solution, the easy shortcut of putting lithium in the water is going to be any type of long-term solution to fix male suicide rates. So, absolutely crazy to me. Yeah, and I can blame scientists for coming up with fucking half-baked solutions.